All right, gang, happy Thursday. So we've got about 45 minutes left in the market day, and it's been an interesting day, right? We start off real bearish, but the Dow rolled green. It was down in what, about 260, 265 points. It's now green. The NASDAQ was really sagging. It's kind of got a little bit more bullish. Not quite green. It's still down about 100 points, but it's been off its lows of the day and stuff. And the S&P is pretty much flat. And this is all just your normal leaders are not leading right now. You've got a lot of good things going on in the market. Energy, right? We'll talk about our energy play in just a second. But what's not leading the market is, think about it, right? It's just what 2 years ago they'd all be talking about on the financial shows how that 10-12 year bull run was led by the FANG stocks, right? The FANG stocks aren't quite doing what they usually do, and if they do kick in, then this market's really going to go off. You can see with energy boosting up, a lot of, your banks did well today. Bank of America and stuff had great days today. But that tech trade, right? Your Teslas, your Apples, your Microsofts just aren't getting off their ocoles right now. So let's see. The old saying is, guys, never short a dull market. And this is pretty much a dull market, right? We're not really making highs. We're not really breaking any support levels. We're just kind of gyrating. Go a little green, little red, little green, little red. Really, it's just a sideways and a short-term traders market right now, right? Which brings us to the Reddit crowd, right? How's that Reddit crowd today? I give those guys credit, man. Look, I always tell you guys, don't ever look down on somebody that's making money in the stock market, regardless of what their trading style is. These kids are hitting it big right now. AMC, right? AMC announced this morning that they were going to do a 11 million share sale. And guess what? The stock just cratered. It went down like 30%. That bad boy's up green again now. BB, you know what, guys? I didn't even know they made Blackberries anymore. I thought they went out when the Razor came out, the Motorola Razor. You know what I mean? But these cats are making money on BlackBerry. And of course, there's the other favorite. What is it? GameStop. So, and it's interesting too. Bank of America came out with a note today, and you want to know how influential these Reddit kids have become. Bank of America came out with a note today to their clients. These are the next Reddit stocks. So we don't do fundamentals anymore. We don't need analysts. We just need somebody to watch the Reddit board to know what to buy and sell. On that note, guys, let's go take a look at the news. And you see it there. Let's see. When I started this recording, we were actually a little bit green on the Dow. We've gone red there, and the NASDAQ was only down about 100 points. I'm not supporting that. CNBC, you get enough money from the clicks on the fear porn. And you can see, really, the news, there's just not a whole lot of news, right? This morning, we had our labor reports. We got almost $1 million created by the private sector. The jobs that were filled were primarily your hospitality jobs and stuff, which makes sense, right? Restaurants and all these hospitality businesses are just dying for employees. In Hawaii, you see, I saw a couple reports yesterday where restaurant owners were talking about they wanted to open more tables, want to open more availability, but they just can't do it. They don't have the people to serve the customers. So, this is coming to a little bit of a resolution right now, and you can kind of see it in the labor reports. And what's happening is you're kind of getting a little addition to this, and that addition is, I think it's about 20 states have decided to end that extra unemployment benefit, and that should push more people to work. And you saw that in the unemployment reports this morning, guys, with the continuing claims actually grew, but the new claims actually shrank. Now, I've talked about this 100 times. That's the proper way for this to go. You dug yourself into a hole. First thing you do is stop digging, right? So you stop adding to your continuing claims, and that's what your new claims has done. And it's shown it for a couple weeks now, and it looks like it's starting to develop into a trend. At some point, the continuing claims will catch up, and then you've got just a burgeoning labor market, and all is good in the world. Other than that, guys, you can see here, let me see if I can see that Bank of America thing here. I just saw it here. Oh, here. These are the next Reddit stocks to watch, according to Bank of America. Anyways, and let's talk about Ford, right? We talked about Ford for a couple of weeks. We recommended buying it under $12. We told you we were in some $13 calls that we sold for 100 something percent. Here you go. More good stuff on that stock. They're adding a small pickup to their Ford truck selection. We all know that trucks, especially in Hawaii, right? Trucks are super popular. And they're probably even more popular on the mainland, but they can get expensive and they're big, right? For somebody that's not comfortable driving a big vehicle. Well, Ford has now just expanded their offerings and added a small pickup, right? So you've got your Ranger, which is your mid-size. You got your F-150 and above, which are your full sizes and massive sizes, dualies and everything, I believe Ford sells. And now you got a small pickup called the Maverick. All right. Anyway, so we still own those Ford shares that we bought under $12, and we're happy about that. Now, look, Ford has done a lot, right, guys? So if you're looking at your Ford stock and you're thinking, should I get rid of it? It's up in the profit, blah, blah, blah. We're going to hold our stock for a while. And the reason is now that they've announced this electric vehicle initiative, which is fantastic, and they released the F-150 Lightning, which is just, it's over 70,000 pre-orders. They've turned the Mustang into an electric vehicle. And now they've added this small vehicles and they put all this money into R&D and stuff like that. Guess what comes next? A dividend. Then all of a sudden these big funds and stuff can buy it. And guess what? Then it goes up even more. So we think Ford's got a lot more room to run. We'll be patient with that. We've made some good money off it early with the options and trimming the portion, the position a little bit, but holding a nice position to catch more value. Other than that, man, Twitter just announced its subscription service. I'm not even sure what that's about. I don't do Twitter at all. And so I'm not sure, but I guess that's helping because Twitter's up this morning. If you're one of those, what do you call them? Twits, right? Twits, if you do Twitter. If you're one of those people, man, yeah, put a comment in. Let us know how that subscription service is going. I'm not even going to take the time to read about it. Other than that, you've got just you can tell how quiet the news is by what you're seeing in the stories, right? Yeah, big AMC story. Here we go. The Biden is in, we're still in that back and forth with trying to establish that agenda and stuff. But you see how it's mostly BlackBerry, Reddit, you know what I mean? Blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, you got a warning, right? You got a warning from an ex-CEO at TD Ameritrade. Mem stock traders, that leverage could rip your arms off. And not yet, let me tell you that. And other than that, it's just kind of a bunch of small news back and forth, other than, you know what I mean, the normal going-ons. Anyways, guys, look, while we're talking, you see how this is what I'm talking about with a dull market. It doesn't really make highs. It doesn't really break down under support and stuff. You just kind of like, while we're talking, right, goes up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit, down a little bit. Never short a dull market, guys. So like I said, on our energy play, XLE was making 52-week highs today. So we're now up about 15-20% on that play. That play expires on the 18th. Let me give you guys a little insight on strategy. So we've got those Suncors, which are in the money, up 80-90%, right? And those are all the way out to September. In between there, we've got the ET, right, which is the late July calls for ET, and those are pushing profitability right now too. But we've got the XLE, which are a little bit profitable. We're going to hold them for at least another overnight and stuff, see if we can get a little bit more profit out of it. But rather than just sit around on those, what we're looking to do is to cash those out of the profit and maybe reset them so they're more in line with the September trade. And the reason is, right, we just got the initial value from the thesis of the trade that we wanted, right? And that's why we put the XLE options where we did. We felt like we could get the most bang for our buck if we stayed about 2 weeks away from Memorial Day. And Memorial Day was everything we expected. And you see the results in the energy play. Well, there's some more days coming up that we want to take advantage of, right? So, yeah, a play is a play. So once the play is completed, you cash it out. And so now we're looking to cash out that XLE either probably either tomorrow morning or sometime during the day, depending on how the market goes. You know, if it starts blowing up, we're going to ride it some more. But ultimately, we'd like to cash it out, maybe take a good look at the chart, take a look at the options available, and move it out till September and catch July, right? July is, of course, July 4th, the biggest travel holiday, right? And in between now and then, a lot of people are traveling. In Hawaii, man, we're getting like 30,000 new visitors a day in Hawaii. We had a couple friends traveling. One was talking to the Delta agent, and the Delta agent was saying that right now planes are full, and as far as they can see, planes are full. You know, and helping that, of course, is these mask mandates backing down a little bit and stuff like that. People are getting vaccinated. Many states, I believe, over 20 states, excuse me, that was coffee. Over 20 states are at 70% or more on vaccinations, at least first shot. So also too, on the COVID front, guys, you got to realize now we're getting less than 20,000 new cases a day for the whole country. 340 million people. Now you're in the range where it's nothing more than the flu as far as how effective it is in infecting people. So what's been done is working, right? If you want to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you don't, you don't, but make sure that you understand the risk involved. If you get vaccinated, understand the risks that are involved. I got vaccinated. But it's your choice. But look, guys, everything that's been done, and it's time to unwind some of these things, but everything that the country's been doing up until now is starting to take very good effect. Like I said, less than 20,000 new cases a day in the US. I mean, there was a time when that number was just not even in the vision, right? And then you've got this labor market improving and stuff like that. Things are just really opening up and all that. So it's a good time for the stock market. Again, like I said, don't turn your back on the ocean, and don't short what do you call it? A dull market. I'm sorry, we're going on for a little long here. But you never want to short a dull market, because a lot of times it's just consolidating. And this is a dull market. Like I said, it's very range bound. It's very sideways. Really, the only excitement right now is in some of these energy plays. And of course, the Reddit stuff, right? That's really the fun of the market and stuff. So like I said, with that energy play, you know, we're looking to cash out that XLE and then maybe reset it for the summer. Or if we find a better opportunity in something else, we might look at that. We'll be back tomorrow with the crypto show. Okay. We didn't have a crypto show last week. And the reason was we really weren't doing much except letting the portfolio kind of gel. And we kind of blended the crypto report into the daily reports, right? Yesterday, if you're looking for a good analysis on the crypto, on the Bitcoin chart, check out yesterday's show, because so far we have been right on the charting from when that big sell down started. So we've actually called the capitulation bar to the bar. Other than that, guys, you have a great Thursday. All right. I'll see you guys in the morning for a Friday update. We're sitting on those queues. We're going to stay on those queues for right now. We got about 15 days left on that trade. And again, it'd be easy to panic and kill the trade today, right? With the NASDAQ so soft and stuff like that. But again, we're not breaking any support levels. We're not really doing much but going sideways, you know, one day up a little bit, one day down a little bit, one day up a little bit. And we think that's the prelude to a big rally here. And we think that labor report this morning will have a lot to do with it, right? When it kind of settles in and stuff like that with people. Other than that, guys, you guys have a great Thursday. I'll see you guys back tomorrow morning with the morning update. And don't forget, tomorrow we'll resume our weekly crypto show after that. All right, gang.